Hey everyone, so I'm finding that number 11, reduced inequality, is going to be a big challenge for Houston in their quest of becoming a sustainable city. So I found findings from the Kinder Institute, basically finding that out of 200 of Houston zip codes, 45 of them are going to be in distress, and then 20 of them are going to be at risk. All the other ones are going to be considered like a mid-tier, comfortable, or prosperous. Within those in complete distress, 8 of those are going to be majority Black. And then surprisingly to me, 28 of those are going to be Hispanic. So that's huge inequality right then in the minority groups even. So that's something kind of to take away from that. And you can kind of see in the map that most of these areas are going to be on the east side of Houston, and some of the poorest being in the south and southeast portion of Houston, with an average income of $27,000 a year, which is very significantly low. So on the quest of kind of tackling this inequality, obviously investing in those distressed areas is going to be very important. So one thing that I did find was that Houston is definitely trying to invest in those areas. But what I found, what they considered their opportunity zones, which are basically opportunity zones that are meant to benefit investors, the people in those communities, as well as the businesses in the communities, that they were lacking, an education opportunity zone as well as transportation opportunity zone. So education, as we know, is going to be number 4 SDG as for quality education. And then transportation will kind of fall under that infrastructure of SDG number 9. So, their opportunity zones that they have identified are going to be affordable workforce housing, which is great because, as we know, those in poverty have a hard time keeping a shelter over their head. If they don't have shelter on their head, how are they going to make it to school? How are they going to make it to their job, etc.? Number 2 would be retail development and food deserts. So that's great, getting good food to those who need it the most. 3 is going to be manufacturing and distribution. 4, innovation and tech, and 5, complete communities. Now, when I saw 5 as an opportunity zone being complete communities, kind of got my hopes up there, being that it would fall under like a transportation infrastructure. Infrastructure is definitely something that's within that opportunity zone, though they didn't mention anything about transportation. So that's a little bit of a concern to me and wondering kind of like where that falls. So I think, to kind of go after that inequality, education and transportation is going to have to be one of those opportunity zones or added into one of those opportunity zones to kind of enforce that inequality or to tackle the reducing of the inequality to help them become more of a sustainable city. Thank you.